when guys have had the opportunity to make those game-changing plays and they haven't done it.
Mahomes looking deep on the first play, and he drops it in for Noah Gray. Well, the second tight end behind Kelsey gets 32 yards on the Chiefs' first play from scrimmage. Patriots love to bring heat. Mahomes has not been very good against pressure this year. Faces some, gets rid of it and throws low. McKinnon's got it, but he's trolled down shy of the first down. It is Jabril Peppers with the tackle. Like he's seen games where he comes after him the whole time. Here's Harrison Butker. Oh my goodness, a unicorn.
When you do that, you're going to keep that Kansas City offense on the sideline.
Empty it out here on second down. Zappi lets it fly, and he's got Henry again close to a first down. Pressure coming here on first down. He's back to throw. It's picked up. He's given time, and he's got a strike downfield to Devontae Parker for 20.
To start to bring a little bit of pressure. This is where points are at stake here as you get towards field goal range.
Zappi lets it rip for Henry. Third catch of the drive and a first down before he's stopped hard by Justin Reed. First down and 10. Perfect on this drive so far. Faces pressure. Finds Douglas. Demario Douglas has 17 yards. One of the bright spots for this offense. Let's see how aggressive the Patriots are here on third down and 24 within field goal range. Not aggressive at all. It is Elliott. Toppled by Nick Bolton. 41-yarder for the old Maryland Terrapin is no good. Both teams with a missed field goal in this first quarter. Kansas City fans have their eyes on, trying to track down the Dolphins and the Ravens for the top seed. On 2nd and 4, same look that began the drive, and it's a screen to Edwards-Helaire, who's got a convoy into Patriots territory. Stays on his feet, stays in bounds, and takes it all the way to the 15.
And he's done the same thing here in Kansas City. What a great play design.
Edwards-Helaire's got his longest career catch. Mahomes zips it outside. Rashee Rice makes it 1st and goal for the Chiefs. An interesting look here. Direct snap to McKinnon. Then it's Rice coming underneath. Touchdown. Andy Reid strikes right there, huh? Look at that nifty design. And Rice has the score. And his defense has continued to excel, but again, he's the de facto GM, and so any issues on offense, flawed roster there, that falls on him too. Zappi lets it fly, and he's got Henry, but a flag down. Hunter Henry having a big first half. Let's see if this one stands. It will. Penalty will be on Kansas City. Chiefs showing pressure. They've brought a lot of it so far today. They do so again here. Zappi lofting for Parker. Made the adjustment for a first down. And Devontae Parker, in his first game back from injury, has been there for Zappi. He's got 18 yards here. Only 7 yards on 3 carries to this point. They get it to him out of the backfield here. Elliott in space, lowers the shoulder against Gay. And makes it 3rd and short. And Abrasi got nothing to lose at 3 and 10. Looking for the upset. Here on 4th and 1, it's play action. Zappi throws. Touchdown, Henry! On 4th and 1, Zappi finds Henry for a 16-yard score. Starts his drive with a play-action pass. Over the middle, it is intercepted. Marte Mapu ripped it away and took it inside the 10. 1st and goal for the Patriots as the rookie from Sacramento State makes the play of his NFL career. To make one here. 3rd and goal from the 13. Screen. Elliott cuts it back and lowers the shoulder and is stopped by Reed. So they settle for the field goal attempt. It looked like on 1st and goal he was going to squeeze through and score a touchdown. Ryland's got this one, and the Patriots have their first lead. Patriots bringing some pressure. Lets it fly. Watson has it. What a strike from Mahomes. A bullet, 34 yards and a first down into Patriots territory. Mahomes has converted 1 3rd and long on this drive. Pressured here. Feels it. Steps up and throws on the move for McKinnon. Beg your pardon, Rice the catch. And the first down to the 21. 2nd and 8. Another blitz. Get rid of it quickly. Outside Rice. And a touchdown-saving tackle right there by Kyle Duggar. Else Rice was off. 50 seconds left in this first half. Edwards-Helaire into the teeth of the defense, and the little man at 5'7", 205 kept the legs turning and kept the drive going. Second and goal. Mahomes into the flats for McKinnon. Jerick McKinnon's got a touchdown. He adds to his passing touchdown with a touchdown catch, and the Chiefs are back in front. Bill's right on his average mark, 2 words, probably his season average for halftime interviews.
1 per question.
That's right. Here's Rice, wide open, and Rashee Rice, a big play to open the second half. The ball comes out. Did he get back on top of it? He somehow did. That is caught by Rice. It's another 3rd down conversion, the 4th in a row for the Chiefs, and that's been his favorite guy to go to. 2nd and 9. Mahomes on the move, goes outside to Richie James. His first catch, good for a 1st down, beating Kyle Duggar. Mahomes retreats, sets, fires, incomplete. No flags. Bryant the coverage on Kelsey. This one from 29, and the Chiefs get points on the last drive of the first half, the first drive of the second half. They lead it by 7. Zappe and the Patriots go to work after this. They struggled after the break. Looks to throw. On the move, he's in trouble, and he throws an interception right into the hands of Willie Gay. Different game, same story for Zappe. One of the stars on defense for him. 2nd and goal. Mahomes, first read taken away, back of the end zone. Edwards-Helaire! Touchdown, Kansas City! 5'7", climbs the ladder for his first receiving touchdown of the year. 2nd and 5. Over the middle, Henry. 1st down, season high 7 catches for the tight end. The 3rd and long. Zappe trying to get a little Mahomes 3rd and long magic here. Chiefs again bring an extra man or 2. And they're going to get there. Jalen Watson sacking him all the way back at the 32. And Mahomes and company start this drive. Looked right, now scrambles left. Back against the grain. He's got Valdez-Scantling. First catch of the day for Marquez Valdez-Scantling, and it goes for 16 yards.
And have him be a big part of this pass offense moving forward if we're going to have the success we want to have.
Edwards-Helaire on the ground with a hole off the left side, and the speed to accelerate down the sideline to the 35. Here's where the biggest difference in this game has been. 3rd down and long. Mahomes and the Chiefs have been awesome. Underneath, Noah Gray. Tackled by Duggar. Harrison Butker right back to automatic. Patriots got to be pretty much perfect rest of the way to have a shot. It's dumped off to Elliott, who gets 5 yards. We asked Andy Reid about the defensive improvements this year. 20 out of 25 today, but the pick on the first play of the second half, backed into his own end. Nearly got picked there. Henry got chopped down. L'Jarius Sneak dissipated and drilled him.
You know, it's just that's kind of that combination. The great teams, the dynastic teams, have a great head coach, quarterback combination for an extended period of time.
Edwards-Helaire has 1st down here.
If he's the guy, he absolutely is, because I don't think age should be that number. Just think of Sean McVay. I remember when he went out to the Rams.
On 3rd down, Mahomes gets sacked. Dietrich Wise, the captain of that defensive line, gets there. 3rd down, 11. Zappe finds a crossing Mike Gesicki, his first catch in a couple games, but he's stopped short by George Karlaftis. From the 24-yard line. Over the middle, Tony juggles, and it's picked by Jelani Tavai. And now Tavai throws it away. What is he doing? Out of bounds. Patriots maintain possession. Their NFL leading pace. Patriots, good field position with a takeaway. Douglas, a juggling catch. Splits the defenders. Stopped by Reed. 5'8", 190. Rookie out of Liberty. Handoff for Kevin Harris. He skirts through. Kevin Harris is in for the Patriots touchdown. Hadn't played all year before today.
Was where Travis Kelce is right now.
3rd down and 5. Mahomes given time, waiting for somebody to come open. Rice does, and he's got a 1st down. 3rd down has told the story today for the Chiefs. 2nd and 9, under 6 to play. Low snap, heaved over there, chest pass to Kelce, and he's got a 1st down. We see quarterbacks use different arm angles. How about a chest pass? How about a different sport?
Regular season and have confidence going into the playoffs. They're not there yet after this afternoon.
That is a sack from Mack Wilson. Fired there on the blitz and got to Mahomes. They'd watch Carolina and Atlanta join us. Carolina beats Atlanta 9-7 on a last-second field goal. So you're looking at draft position in there if you're the Patriots. Throws behind Elliott. Patriots currently would have the number 2 pick. 2:39 and a 4th and 4. They'll go for it. Zappi out of his own end zone. Throws incomplete. Too tall for Rager, and that will do it. So 27-17 the final score. Andy Reid's bunch in some new territory. Not as smooth as sailing this year, but they find a way today on the road against a team that been playing pretty well lately in the Patriots against good defense. They get a 10-point win. They get to 9-5 on the year.